Have you ever felt a quiet mystery in the moment your cat pads toward you, drops a toy at your feet, and simply watches your reaction as if something important has just happened? That small gesture can feel strangely meaningful, almost like a message waiting to be understood. Many cat owners brush it off as simple play, but beneath that innocent act lies a deeper instinct shaped by thousands of years of feline behavior. When a cat brings you a toy, it is not random, and it is not meaningless. To truly understand this behavior, you have to step into the quiet world your cat lives in, where every movement, every object, and every interaction carries purpose. Cats are natural hunters, even when they live safely inside your home. Their instincts do not disappear just because they are fed from a bowl or sleep on a soft bed. Deep inside, your cat still feels the rhythm of the hunt, the thrill of chasing, catching, and carrying prey. In the wild, a cat does not just hunt for survival, it also learns, teaches, and shares through that behavior. So when your cat approaches you with a toy in its mouth, it may be acting on something far more ancient than you realize. The way it drops the toy near you, sometimes looking up with wide eyes, can feel almost intentional. It might even repeat the action, picking the toy up again and placing it back down, as if waiting for you to respond. This is where the mystery begins to deepen. Your cat is not just playing alone, and it is not simply bored. Instead, it is involving you in something that matters to it. To your cat, the toy is not just an object. It becomes a symbol, a stand-in for prey, for success, and for instinctive expression. When that toy is delivered to you, it can represent an offering, a shared moment, or even a lesson. Cats communicate in subtle ways, often without sound. They rely on actions, patterns, and quiet signals that can be easy to miss if you are not paying close attention. That simple act of bringing you a toy may be one of the clearest signals your cat can give. It invites you into its world, into its instincts, and into a bond that goes beyond basic companionship. But what exactly is your cat trying to tell you in that quiet, repeated gesture? Is it offering a gift, asking for help, or seeing you in a completely different way than you have ever imagined? The answer is not as simple as it seems, and it reveals something surprising about the relationship you share with your cat. In the next moments, as you watch your cat wait for your reaction, you might start to notice details you have never seen before, subtle clues hidden in posture, timing, and gaze, all pointing toward a meaning that goes far beyond simple play and into something deeply personal. As you begin to notice these small details, the behavior starts to take on a richer meaning that connects directly to how your cat perceives you. In the wild, a mother cat teaches her kittens how to hunt by bringing them prey, sometimes alive, sometimes already caught, guiding them through the process step by step. This is not just survival training, it is a form of bonding, trust, and communication. When your cat brings you a toy, it may be acting out this same deeply rooted instinct, placing you in the role of a companion that needs to be included, guided, or even taught. It sounds surprising, but to your cat, you might not be seen as a completely capable hunter. Instead, you may be viewed as part of its social group, someone important but perhaps not fully skilled in the ways that matter in its world. That toy dropped at your feet becomes more than a playful object, it becomes a demonstration, an invitation, and sometimes even a gentle lesson. Your cat might be thinking that it is helping you practice, encouraging you to engage, chase, and interact in a way that strengthens your shared connection. This is why some cats seem persistent, returning again and again with the same toy, watching closely, almost expectantly. They are not just seeking attention, they are waiting for participation. At the same time, this behavior can also reflect trust at a very deep level. In nature, animals do not casually share their success or their resources. Bringing something to another being, even a symbolic object like a toy, suggests a sense of safety and comfort. Your cat feels secure enough around you to express its natural instincts openly, without fear or hesitation. It is allowing you to see a part of its true nature that would otherwise remain hidden. There is also another layer to consider, one that adds even more complexity to this quiet gesture. Cats are known for their independence, but they still form emotional bonds in their own unique way. By bringing you a toy, your cat may be attempting to initiate interaction on its terms, blending instinct with affection. It is a way of saying that it wants to share an experience with you, not just exist in the same space. This can explain why some cats will vocalize softly or stay close after delivering the toy, as if waiting for the moment to continue. The more you respond, the more this behavior can grow, reinforcing the idea that you are part of something meaningful in your cat's life. What begins as a simple action starts to reveal layers of instinct, teaching, trust, and connection, all wrapped into one small, easily overlooked moment that carries far more significance than most people ever realize. When you begin to truly understand this behavior, the way you respond to your cat can transform the entire relationship into something more connected and meaningful. Instead of ignoring the toy or absent-mindedly pushing it aside, you start to see it as a moment of communication, almost like a silent conversation unfolding between two very different worlds. Your reaction becomes part of the message your cat is trying to create. If you engage, even briefly, by moving the toy, tossing it gently, or simply acknowledging the effort, you are stepping into your cat's language and meeting it halfway. This does not mean you have to turn every moment into a full play session, but showing awareness and participation can strengthen the bond in a way that your cat understands deeply. Over time, you may notice changes in how your cat behaves, becoming more confident, more interactive, and more willing to share these small but meaningful gestures. On the other hand, if these offerings are constantly ignored, your cat might slowly reduce the behavior, not because the instinct has faded, but because the communication is not being returned. This reveals something important about cats that many people overlook. They are not distant or indifferent, they simply communicate differently, using actions instead of obvious expressions. That toy at your feet becomes a bridge between instinct and emotion, between independence and connection. It shows that your cat is not just living alongside you, but actively including you in its world, in the only way it knows how. There is also a quiet beauty in the idea that your cat chooses you for this interaction. In a space filled with objects, routines, and distractions, it still turns to you, bringing something it values and placing it directly in your path. That choice is not accidental. It reflects recognition, familiarity, and a level of comfort that cannot be forced or faked. As you watch your cat walk away or linger nearby after delivering the toy, there is a moment where everything feels still, almost like a question hanging in the air. What will you do next? That question is what keeps the behavior alive, what turns a simple act into an ongoing story between you and your pet. And once you see it that way, it becomes impossible to ignore the meaning behind it. The next time your cat brings you a toy, you will not just see a piece of fabric or plastic on the floor. You will see intention, instinct, and a quiet invitation to connect. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.